What if I tell you that your NEET PG preparation is exactly like the Demon Slayer anime? Let me show you how. You start exactly like Tanjiro from zero and you start training day in and day out. You read your notes, you watch the videos, or you practice MCQs. It's just like Tanjiro practicing his breathing style. You feel that it's overwhelming in the initial days. You'll feel nothing seems to be working. It's so hard. You have a huge syllabus to cover. You have 19 subjects to cover. So it definitely feels overwhelming in the initial days, but you need to start. Just like what Tanjiro did. He trained day in and day out, right? You need to train day in and day out. No matter how brutal the schedule may seem, no matter how saturated you may feel, you're not supposed to give up. Because there is something at stake, right? Just like in the anime. He had to defeat the demon called Muzan Kibutsuji, no matter what. In the same way, you also have to defeat the demon called NEET PG 2026 or INICET perhaps at any cost. So your situation is the same. You're just like Tanjiro and you are in your training phase now. Well, this demon called NEET PG has an overwhelming aura just like Muzan. And some of you might know because you already faced him in your first attempt. And you already know how overwhelming his aura is, how overwhelming the MCQs may feel, or how scared you might get thinking of the results. Just like when Tanjiro had met Muzan for the first time. Even he had his doubts. He didn't know how to defeat Muzan. He didn't know how powerful he was. But still, he had this will that no matter what, even if it takes days, even if it takes years for me, I will not spare this demon. So, has to be your first mindset that no matter what, I'm going to face this demon head on. I'm going to defeat this demon called NEET PG and I'm going to prepare it from the day one like it's my last day. You guys begin the training as well. You start watching the lecture videos or you start reading your notes. You start solving the MCQs even and you start to study for 12 hours, 14 hours a day sometimes. So it definitely feels overwhelming just like when Tanjiro had felt mastering his breathing techniques. He was unable to breathe sometimes. He was unable to even move his body. But still, he had that grit of not giving up. So you need to develop that mindset as well. Because let's be realistic. No matter how disciplined you are, no matter how motivated you are, you're going to have those days where you will be at your lowest. You won't feel like opening the book or you won't feel like giving the GT. You'll feel whatever you're doing, it's just a waste of time. All your efforts are being wasted. Even I had days like that. Each and every person who is preparing for NEET PG has gone through this. Even toppers have gone through this. And you know what differentiates a topper from an average person? It's just that they didn't give up in their worst of their days. So, what I want you to do is, I want you to create non-negotiable minimal daily routine that no matter how bad the situation is, no matter how horrible you're feeling, you need to complete your minimal daily routine at any cost, even if you're sick, even if you don't feel like studying. And what is this minimal daily routine I'm talking about? It's 2.5 hours routine which you need to complete at any cost. You need to study for 1 hour. Either you can watch the revision videos or go through your notes for 1 hour. For the next hour, you'll practice MCQs. You can either solve the custom modules or you can solve the QBank modules. And the 30 minutes is for going through your volatile subjects like pharma, subjects like microbiology, which you often forget. If you're able to do more than that, then it's even better. But if you are able to do at least this 2.5 hours during your worst days, believe me, you are already among the top 1% because you didn't give up even in your worst of situations. And there's one more thing you get stuck at. It's called the GT. Even though you have studied everything, even though you have practiced MCQs multiple times, but when it comes to GT, it's like Tanjiro facing a lower moon Rui, for example. When Tanjiro had faced Rui overpowered him in the initial few minutes itself. Just like when you had given a GT, the first few questions were very difficult. So your entire GT went into haywire. You had expected to get a decent amount of MCQs correct, but you couldn't. Just like when Rui had overpowered Tanjiro and had broken his sword. Now you guys in the exact similar situation. You're beaten now, you're overpowered, and now you have two options. You can either run away from the demon or you can face him and hit him with your hardest attack. So what you can do, you can look at the shortcomings in this GT, prepare it, come back stronger the next time to face this demon head on. just like what Tanjiro did. He didn't give up. Even though his sword was broken, he used every ounce of his body's power in beheading that demon. He used his hidden power. That's what I want you to do. I want you to use your hidden power. Everybody has his own hidden power. You just need to push your limit because you never know what you're capable of. So don't be disheartened if your GT scores are not good. You analyze it, you make a strategy, and the next time you come back stronger to make sure to behead the demon. Because remember, GTs are just for practice. These are just to train you for the main demon which you're going to face. And if you're overwhelmed by the GTs itself, I don't think you'll be able to face that strong demon. And this was just a lower moon. This was just a weak demon. This was just a GT. The main boss is still waiting for you. But before you clash with the main boss, you still have to face the three upper moons. And what are your three upper moons? You have fear, self-doubt, and the most deadly of them all, procrastination. Because believe me, no matter how solid your plan is, no matter how strictly disciplined you are, but if you don't face these three demons, none of the strategies are going to work for you. You might be scoring well in the GTs, you might be studying well, you might grasp the concept well, but if you go to the final exams without taking care of these three demons, your exam is going to be a total disaster. So how to take care of these three demons? Now, the first demon is fear. It's just like the upper moon 3, AKAZA. So what this demon does is he'll play with your brain. Even before starting your preparation, you get this fear in your brain that the syllabus is vast. I have to complete 19 subjects. How will I do it? You go and ask your senior, sir, how do I complete 19 subjects? Do I use the main notes or do I go through some shortcuts? Your senior will suggest you main notes is too hectic. It will take a lot of time and I doubt you will be able to complete everything within time. So you get even more scared and you just go to the shortcut. You just try to rapidly go through the revision notes. You go through it 2-3 times. You go through BTR, you go through revision notes, but still you're not able to defeat that demon because you have not faced your fear, right? You're still scared. You're scared to give the GT. You're scared to complete all the 19 subjects. You're scared what if your strategy doesn't work. You're scared what if you don't get the dream rank. You're scared what if you don't meet the expectation of your parents, of the society. You're scared to even give a GT, thinking of how many right will I get. What if this GT goes worse than the previous GT, and you let fear overtake you, and it will be a hindrance during your preparation days. So what to do? How to defeat this demon called fear? Well, let's suppose you are scared of water. How will you overcome it? Only by jumping into water, right? And what if you're scared of heights? You can overcome it by doing bungee jumping, right? So you can only overcome your fear by facing it head on. So face the fear. Give that GT. Don't worry too much about what the results might be. Complete all the 19 subjects. Start reading from main notes. Don't worry what others might think. Don't worry what your seniors say or what your friends are doing. If you feel your strategy can work, it will definitely work. Don't get too scared of what might happen in the future. So that's how you defeat your first demon. You need to face your fears head on. That's it. The second demon was self doubt. You're gonna have this feeling a lot during your preparation days. Is it possible for me? I was an average student during my UG days. Will I be able to clear NEET PG? Am I studying right? Because I'm only studying 8 hours a day. Someone else is studying 12 hours a day. Am I even making progress? My GT scores are not improving. Am I not that intelligent? Even after studying all the 19 subjects, I'm still not able to solve a simple MCQ. Am I not capable enough of remembering things? Do I have a poor memory? You're gonna get all these kind of doubts. And even more, is my strategy even right? Am I making progress? So all these kind of thoughts will halt your preparation phase. Even though you're making progress, you will feel like, no, you're not making progress because this demon called self-doubt has taken over and is not letting you prepare in peace. So hold on before you doubt yourself. Just look at what position are you in right now. You have passed your MBBS, right? You have cleared your MBBS. You have even cleared your internship. By doing all this, you have already proven that you are one among the top intelligent people to exist. And now you just need to face another exam which people have made difficult by increasing competition. There's no reason to have that self-doubt because all you need is just a small push to face this exam head on. And now coming to the most deadliest demon of them all. It's called the procrastination. What this demon does is he'll never allow you to complete your target. He'll always make you fall behind. He'll always make you feel like it's fine. Let's do this tomorrow. Let's do this video tomorrow. Let's give this GT tomorrow. I'm too tired now. Let's scroll Instagram for a few minutes. And you will never know when your 5 minutes has turned 5 hours. Because this is what this demon does. He'll keep you engaged in non-productive work. And the guilt which will hit you after wasting that precious time is very hard, right? Now, how do you defeat this demon called procrastination? There's a simple trick. You need to distract your brain. You need to keep your brain occupied so that he doesn't come in contact with that demon. So what do you need to do? You need to tell your brain, yes, I'm gonna set this target, and if you help me complete this, you're gonna get a reward. So when you do this, just in order to get that reward, your brain tries its hard to complete that given target. Try this. Set a target and at the end, keep a reward. The reward can be anything you like. It can be your favorite episode of anime, or it can be your favorite food, or it can be your favorite music, whatever it might be. So keep the target short in the initial days and keep the reward bigger. So you won't believe me, just to get that reward, you'll start completing that target with minimal efforts. I have done this during my NEET PG preparation days because I loved watching anime. I still do. So what I did, I used to keep a target. Let's suppose I'm studying 6 hours for today. If I complete it, I get to watch an episode of my favorite anime. If I couldn't complete that 6 hours, I'll miss that anime. So just to watch that anime, just to see the next episode, I used to complete that target without getting distracted. And yes, it has worked wonders for me. I was able to complete all the 19 subjects within 6.5 months. And I slowly started increasing my study duration as well, and I slowly started reducing the reward time. So that's how I was able to complete all the 19 subject marrow videos in just 6.5 months, which may feel very overwhelming in the initial days. But yes, it's possible. You can go through all the 19 subject videos. So I want you to try this method if you are really falling behind from your target, and if you have problem facing this demon called procrastination. So that's it. You have faced all the demons. You have defeated all the demons which were in the way of you and the main boss, that is your NEET PG or Muzan for that matter. So now comes the most important part. You've trained, right? You have worked through all the 19 subjects. You have given the GTs. You have solved all the MCQs and you're ready. But what happens when you sit in the exam hall and if you get scared or if you get overwhelmed by the first MCQ, all your efforts are wasted. This is what happens during the exam. If you get scared, if you are not with a peaceful mind, or if you enter the exam with self-doubt, your exam won't go as expected. So that's what is the most important part of the exam. You might have prepared for the entire year, you might have prepared all the 19 subjects, you might be fully exam ready, but if you are not calm, if you're not concentrating, and if you are not fully focused while facing the main boss, you will be killed in an instant. And you need to begin again from the starting point. You need to hustle for another year. I don't want that to happen. Before you enter the exam, I want you to trust your preparation. Keep in mind that you have studied for the entire year. You have solved MCQs, you have practiced GTs. And if you are able to face this demon with the calm, cool, and right mindset, you have already won half the battle. And your performance is going to be much better than what others might have been doing there. So that's it for today's video. Keep training, keep giving GTs, keep facing your demons, keep defeating them, and make sure you don't give up in between, because glory is waiting for you on the other side of the exam. Share this video to anyone who is preparing for upcoming NEET PG or INICET, and don't forget to subscribe because a lot of interesting videos are on its way. Thank you for watching.